Hi everyone, good to see you again all. I hope you all will be fine. The Iranian government is vying to pivot towards employing the Iraqi dinar in its bilateral trade exchanges with Iraq, in a bid to curtail the supremacy of the US dollar in global trade, an Iranian official said on Saturday. The head of the Iran-Iraq Chamber of Commerce, Yehya Eshaq, told Iran's Mehr News, by favoring the dinar over the dollar in trade operations with Iraq, we are actively undermining the dollar's dominance in our import-export transactions as part of a wider governmental strategy. Eshaq said that dealing in the national currencies is primed as one of the cardinal objectives of Iran's 13th government. The trend of breaking free from the stranglehold of the US on global stock exchanges is gaining momentum worldwide, he noted, adding that transacting with national currencies can indeed hasten this global shift. Eshaq elaborated that the annual exchange of goods and services between the two nations amounts to more than $10 billion. The adaptation of a trade system pivoting on the national currencies of the two nations would further cement these relations and galvanize more robust trade ties. If Iraq's imports from Iran eclipse its exports to it and all the debts are settled in dinar, it could lead to complexities in Iran's other foreign exchanges. It is vital for us to meet our requirements using the received dinar, he continued. The influx of around 3 million pilgrims to Iraq and a large contingent of health tourists from Iraq to Iran could play a significant role in fostering the use of the dinar, superseding the dollar. Finally, addressing the 10% disparity between the dinar's exchange rate in the official and parallel markets, Eshaq warned that such a difference could tip the scales in favor of Iran's competitors in the Iraqi market, calling for immediate measures to rectify this issue. And emerging from 20 years of turbulence and challenges, a strong and capable Iraq is what Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammad Shia al-Sudani promised the Iraqi people in his Eid message on June 27. Most Iraq observers might consider such an idea far-fetched, or even impossible, but the vision that the Prime Minister forecast has already been guided by the work of his government program on the ground since October 2022, laying the foundations for making a stronger Iraq a reality. Building a strong Iraq depends on two aspects. The first is the reform program adopted by the government, which includes 5 key priorities: fighting corruption, tackling poverty, reducing unemployment, providing services, and carrying out economic reform. In addition to this, the government is focused on building state institutions and depoliticizing them, prioritizing capacity building in the country, and investing in the future. The second aspect is the transformative foreign policy drive adopted by the al-Sudani government, based on a productive diplomacy. This is designed to foster constructive relations between Iraq and its partners, based on long-term partnerships and mutual interests in all sectors. Crucially, dealing with Iraq as a partner, and not as a proxy for broader conflict or an arena for settling scores in proxy wars, is paramount. Foreign relations will be built upon Iraq's sovereignty. In practice, Iraq is now working on multiple levels to enhance its diplomatic efforts, strengthening its position in the region, and developing a more Robust relationship with the international community. Focusing on bilateral relations and developing meaningful partnerships around tangible results is a crucial component of this new approach. This has already led to the signing of several strategic bilateral agreements, memoranda of understanding, and progressive cooperation with partners. As a result, Iraq now enjoys a solid relationship with its regional neighbors, as well as relative security and stability. Furthermore, Iraq is engaged in several initiatives over the coming weeks and months to further enhance its position as the focal point in regional diplomacy, reshaping its relationship with the international community. Iraq will host the 2023 Baghdad Summit for Economic Integration and Regional Stability and, in view of the progress made on the ground, review both the relationship with the international coalition to defeat ISIS, and the presence of the United Nations Assistance Mission in Iraq (UNAMI). Baghdad has played a vital role in facilitating talks among regional players to settle their differences and find common ground for a better and more fruitful relationship. The most notable role was the facilitation of talks between Saudi Arabia and Iran, resulting in the historic agreement announced on March 10, 2023, in addition to facilitating talks between Iran and Egypt. Now, the focus of Iraq's diplomacy is shifting to economic cooperation. The 2023 Baghdad Summit, planned for this autumn in Baghdad itself, will host heads of state from regional governments and high representatives from international partners. The summit will see the launch of Prime Minister al-Sudanese vision to establish a new economic zone linking the region together for the benefit of its people. The conference will also secure Iraq's position within multilateral mega-projects designed to benefit the entire region. The first such project launched already is the Development Road, which will have the active participation of regional governments and companies serving the entire region. Interest in building this project is mounting daily. 14 different institutions ranging from sovereign funds and financial organizations have expressed an interest in investing in it so far, in addition to the hundreds of companies keen to take part in building the road from across the region. And against the odds and despite the complex and major challenges, Iraq is making rapid progress on many fronts. It is this government's firm desire to translate this success into strengthening the country's position on the world stage and as a key player in regional and international politics. It is time for Iraq's international partners to realize the value of its partnership. Iraq has what it requires to take this role on, and the government has the clarity of vision to harness its strengths. Yes, dear, all this very good news for Iraq. Because Iraq's reading every step there is evidence that Iraq is trying his best to get the Iraqi dinar revalued as soon as possible. The corruption that has been done in Iraq in the last 20 years, this is the only reason why it is taking a long time to revalue the Iraqi dinar. But now 90% recovery is done, and now the work is going on fast to bring Iraq to the international level. And I sincerely hope that this time we will hear very soon the news of the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. Inshallah. Thanks, take care.